Joining us in the studio, Dr. Sadie Allison.
Hostile show.
She is an expert on human
Maybe we all
sexuality.
need a hug, a big group hug.
Anybody
Well, I'll tell
tries
you
to
what.
hug me, they die.
Maybe we all need a big O. And Sadie can tell us how to get
Yeah,
one.
there we
Okay,
go.
Sadie
That's my job.
has a wow. This is
Valentine kit?
Yes.
I want. Can you hear this?
Wow.
That sounded.
Brought him
God.
little treasures up there.
Sounds like a bottle of rum to me.
This is part of her Valentine's Day pack. I'm going to drop this right here.
Whoa.
Can you get a sense of
Sure,
the,
it sounds substantial.
the heft of
There's
this?
a lot of pleasure in that.
There's a lot of stuff. Oops, boy, that is
Wow,
heavy.
what is
There-
in
there's
That's Pyrex glass too.
There's a lot of stuff in here in the world of what are sometimes called marital
Doesn't
aids.
Pyrex
Yeah.
sound like
Bedroom
a southern
accessories?
word? A southern word, you know. Hey, you got your Pyrex. That sounds like a southern word, even though you don't want to sound.
And we'll be discussing what
shut
these things are. These are a variety of marital aids that are available.
Or
This-
single gal aids.
This one also looks like it'd use it to gut a large fish.
Oh, that is
Whoa.
somewhat.
Wait till you see what that does.
It's aggressive looking. I can already tell what it does.
It's a I'll explain. It's probably
Hold it up.
8 inches,
Oh, okay.
and it's made of a
Yeah, that
Silicone.
silicone
Yeah.
rubbery thing, and it looks like a traditional.
Looks like a duck.
Well, this part looks like a dolphin jumping out of the ocean.
Yep, that's the
No.
rabbit tickler.
Right.
Really?
You're heading there.
And then this looks like a.
It's like a bill on a...
wait a minute. Yeah,
Well, that's curved to hit the Grafenberg spot.
That's
Yeah.
right.
the
G
Grafenberg
spot.
right.
That's called the rocking G rabbit. Hit the first button, the top one, the white
Okay.
one.
Alrighty,
That turns
hit
it on. Now hit the second button.
Okay, and
Oh, wow.
now what's happening
That
is
is good.
the tip of this thing is sort of
That's obscene.
rocking back and forth.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
That's
I'll
a
just,
nice little tickle, isn't
it's,
it?
Yes.
it's blue in color, has a lot of heft to it.
And at the same
And then
time,
I like that it's got a chrome bumper,
sure.
so it looks like a mid-'60s era Porsche.
That's
Isn't
nice.
that beautiful?
What's the button at the bottom do?
Turn that on, and it turns
bet-
the tickler on. So
Yeah, so now
before
the,
that,
now the rabbit ears are vibrating.
so you've got an automatic
How many
Grafenberg
buttons
spot.
are there?
Tom, can you do this? You know what this motion's called?
Am I supposed to do what? Oh, you mean with my fingers?
Yep, just the way that.
Oh, that's what that.
That's
there's
the
a
come
na-
hither.
Right.
So people ask when it comes to pleasuring a woman, there's a motion like you're saying come here or come hither.
Oh.
And so that rocking G rabbit does that
Does
for
it?
you. It does it for you.
While it
That's amazing.
stimulates the outer.
There's a lot going on here. Okay, let's turn this baby off. What's this thing called again?
That's the rocking G rabbit.
Man, that is a good
I
toy.
can't keep it on. It's such a popular. It's because it's an erogenous zone that a lot of women are still exploring and adds a whole new type of pleasure. Mm-hmm. And so when
that's
you
so-
have a product that actually kind of does it for you and helps guide what the feeling should be,
Is this
super
is
helpful.
this rechargeable? Is that what this
Yes.
is here? Okay, so you don't have to use any batteries.
Christy's
Most toys
already
are
sweating.
rechargeable these
Yeah.
days.
You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to leave it in the wall
Christy's
while you're
licking her
using it.
mouth. She's all nervous.
And it's waterproof, so
Oh. Well,
good, yeah,
you're
'cause
gonna
that's
have
gonna
fun in
create
the
some.
bathtub.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh,
You
I
can
thought-
use it in the
okay.
bathtub.
Oh yeah.
What was the name of Captain Nemo's submarine?
The Argo?
Nautilus?
Nautilus, yeah.
Yeah, because this looks like it could go deep. This is one of many so-called
look at that?
marital aids. Christy, I'm not going to give this to you. I don't want you to depart from the
Try
show.
that on for size.
It's a pleasure accessory.
We'll talk about
Never
a
done
number.
that? Go ahead, give it to her.
We'll talk about a number of these. A lot of this stuff is featured on Sadie's website, which is called Tickle Kitty. That's kitty. Got that? Like a traditional
Yeah,
kitty.
like a kitty cat.
Yes,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
tickling the kitty.
Very awkward if I were Asian. Coming up, we're going to find out about all of these electronic devices and other things, and again, we also want to find out about the what kind of manners or what kind of how does one give a sex toy without coming off as being creepy?
I think it's just like you give a shirt. You go, hey, if this doesn't fit, let me know. And, you know,
If this doesn't fit, if it's too small.
got the receipt, yeah.
I'm guessing
I
it's
don't
gonna
know
be
how
too
it would be
small.
construed as creepy. I mean, depending on what you give
What?
someone.
It depends
You want
on
me to
how
make it-
long you've been with the
Do you want me to,
person.
do you want me to
Yeah,
make
I
it
would think
creepy
so.
Yeah,
for
that's
you?
step number
I
one.
don't think you'd give a dildo to a coworker.
No.
Would you, Harvey? Would you?
Well, let me.
Probably not. You'd
Think
have to be
twice
in a
about my
relationship
Valentine's
with
Day gift.
somebody to. Okay.
Maybe you could write it like one of those rhyming books. To give the gift of a dildo. Yeah, no, I think this is. There's a protocol I want to find out what it is because I don't know. Now,
good.
Dr. Sadie Allison is once again the proprietress of a place called Tickle Kitty, and I have this It sounds like I'm about to fix a transmission.
Do you have a wrench in there?
Some of this stuff is pretty serious. Let's grab this one. Now, I'll describe it, and then you tell me what it really is.
Oh, my.
All right.
It appears to be made of glass. I'll hit the microphone with it.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's.
Yep, sounds like glass.
Let me try a different technique here. How about this?
Don't
Oh,
break
Careful,
yeah.
careful.
I assume
It
this
shouldn't
is,
break, yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
assume.
okay.
Yeah, really. I mean, if this thing broke, that
Tom,
would be,
trust me.
That would be a problem.
Well, it would be a problem for all
way.
involved, I think.
Yeah.
This is
Or somebody be really turned on by
it's
it.
sort of in the shape of
It's really pretty.
kind
Yeah,
of
isn't
a
it?
phallic thing, but it has sort of it twists to the west.
Here, hold it up.
About,
I can't see it for your.
about
pretty?
I would say
It's
about
gorgeous.
I don't know.
Looks
not
like
quite
blown glass.
10 degrees.
Well, it could be.
It is. Christy, you got it.
This is blown glass. Okay, and it does have kind of a head on it.
It looks like something. It looks like the Taj Mahal a little bit.
Yeah, and then it's got kind of a curving set of lines going all
Josh,
the way
what's the
down
movie
shaft.
where they find the Coke bottle and that's what
The gods must be crazy.
Yeah, that's what Tom's holding. Like, what is
You're right.
this? I don't understand.
I love
is-
the blue
The
glass. It's,
Aborigines find a Coke bottle. They don't know what it
Yeah,
is.
but it's very artistic, and it's got blue and clear glass here. This could be at a museum, and people would be walking up going, well, someone would say, oh, it looks like a snake emerging from the hole.
Tom, I will give you my car if you put that in your mouth.
it hasn't been used.
He will give you his car
Wow.
if you put it in your mouth.
That's a good dare and a good
Think of all the
Oh,
He's doing the old pretend.
Oh, boy.
I have a car already. I don't need
Okay.
one. So what's this one called?
that's called the icicle.
Oh.
And you're absolutely right. It's made of Pyrex glass. You can put it in the dishwasher. It won't break. It's
I assume that
non-porous,
does
so it
one
stays clean.
use this at room temperature, or do you warm it up or
You
cool
can warm
it
it
down?
up in hot water. You can
Okay.
cool it down with ice. Yeah,
I
it's
assume
really
you
versatile.
You check it by putting it near your wrist.
Make sure
Don't
it's
do
not
that.
Oh, sorry. Just
really-
trying to be. I don't want someone getting hurt.
Right.
Well, we took it out of the microwave, and then
right.
the next thing you know,
You know what's cool is the makers of bongs and pipes that make those pretty glass products. They're making products like this now for women and men.
this
That's
could be
why
for
it's so
whoever.
beautiful,
This is,
yeah.
I think, this is orifice friendly for whatever you're into.
Easily cleaned, I would think.
Yeah, and it's non-porous, so there's no miniature pores for bacteria, so it
Oh,
stays
good.
very clean, really nice, easy to keep.
And,
Throw it in the dishwasher.
Once again, glass. Yeah, in the dishwasher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be awkward if
Yeah.
anti-flow comes over and
Oh, let me help you clean the dishes.
here, what's this?
Well, we had shish kebabs the other night.
That's our shish.
Okay, Dr. Sadie Allison is our guest from Tickle Kitty. We'll find out more in just a second. Just give me the name of this one, and I'll describe it later. It looks like it's sort of like a can opener. It's got a hole on it, like you
Purple
can.
seems to be the color.
I have a
That's
guess
called
as
the
to what that
wave.
is.
That's the wave.
It's
The
got
wave?
got a mirror on it.
Wave.
Is that what that is? You can look at yourself.
Looks like Andre the Giant's joke ring or something.
Is it a ring?
It is a vibrating ring.
Oh,
And the
I see.
man wears
Okay.
that, yeah.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, this is, wow, you got to be, that's
It's stretchy.
better.
It better.
Oh, listen to him.
I'll never miss a chance to elude. I have a giant wang.
Uh-huh.
That's me.
Kind of tight. Having a special day today. We're helping you get ready for Valentine's Day with a number of different ideas. Flowers, jewelry, maybe,
Maybe a gift for yourself.
did you get yourself a Valentine's Day gift?
I'm going to.
I'm giving her one.
During the break, Christy and some of the ladies were discussing some of the equipment that I have over here. And I say equipment because, I mean, you take these two things.
Are you threatened by them?
No, not at all. This thing, looks like I'm about to go to war. These things are like potato mashers in a World War II movie. Stand back, Sven. I'm heaving it.
It's a potato masher.
And
Yeah, he's a
Swedish.
He's a Swedish.
What's a potato
consultant?
masher?
Like that grenade.
Potato masher is the hand grenades
Okay.
that.
All right, time out. When did you get a hold of the word potato masher?
I
You've
don't
used it
know.
like 9 times in the last 4
Every
days.
World War II movie featuring.
Have you ever heard him say potato masher
No,
until the last
no,
6 days?
I haven't. That's why I asked what it was, because I don't know what it
Okay,
is.
why don't you Google it? See what I'm talking about.
Well, did
I know
you
what a potato
read
masher
about
is,
it
a
or
handheld
see a
potato
movie?
Oh, it's common knowledge. Do you
Yes,
want to?
but you know how you get a hold of a word and you won't
It's
let
a
go.
it's a stick grenade.
Yeah.
It's a stick grenade, but
No one has ever
potato
called
mash.
it a stick grenade.
No, they have, but potato masher was really what it was called. I mean, that's what everybody called it.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
The point being, on this show a couple
Did
of
you
weeks
know what he
ago-
was talking about?
Nope, I was thinking
Me
about
neither.
mashing potatoes.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
kitchen.
Potato
too.
masher.
Yeah,
Yep.
a utensil.
Okay.
Is it this thing?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the German version.
Well, no.
the Allies' hand grenades looked like pineapples. The German ones looked like
Very
a
small
potato masher. And we were discussing it when Nikki Glazer was here because Sadie Allison, Dr. Sadie Allison, had come here to the Napa Auto Parts Studios and dropped off a gigantic vibrating device, not an insertable, I might add, that was used.
It was the magic wand.
It was
was
called
the
the
magic
Magic
wand.
Wand that I said, oh, this looks like a potato masher from a World War II movie. Got nothing.
Because nobody knows what you're talking about.
Sorry.
Now we do. I
So-
was not aware.
So when you got nothing the first time, you decided to use it several more times. Is that correct?
In the context of mentioning that these things look kind of like,
they don't look.
Large stick grenades.
or big dildos.
yeah, there we go.
Yeah, they do look like hefty
yeah, yeah.
dildos.
Pleasure toys.
During World War II, yeah, that's what they were.
The big dildo.
Yeah,
Throw it into Hitler's bunker.
right. Yeah, they. That's
Well,
what they
Ava's
said.
got it.
It was
London,
Eva.
London calling. Thank you very much. No, we're talking with Dr. Sadie Allison about these various. Now, what about the delicacy of giving someone, say, a gift like this for Valentine's Day? Now,
Yeah.
this one you're going to have to walk me through. It looks like kind of like it's a chain about 16 inches long, I'd say, with a couple of like faux.
Teardrop.
Jewels, little
Teardrops.
jewels.
So this is not an insertable, I'm assuming.
No, so if you hold it like this,
Right, okay, like
And
forms
those-
a big V.
so that is jewelry for her body, and you can probably guess where those wrap around.
No, I think it's the.
Oh, I see.
Oh, those two go on the. Oh, I see.
So
Those two
they're
rings.
these like
They
little
go on the
tiny,
erect.
they're little rubber nooses, if
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
What's nice is that
I
it's
see.
pierce free, so it's
see.
nipple jewelry for
Okay.
fun.
Okay, I
and
see.
those wrap around. It doesn't hurt. It's
I see.
for
Yeah,
beginners.
this should be
It's
labeled.
beautiful.
You don't want someone to.
Beginners.
Maybe that should be your slogan. Hey, this doesn't hurt. Try that. Come on, it won't hurt.
So yeah, so you don't. Yeah, this is.
So do
that's,
you cinch those hoops around?
yeah.
I see.
Yes.
Imagine,
And then your woman becomes
Josh.
bedazzled.
Here, Josh, I'll
It's
show you how
like you're
this works.
saddling a horse. What
Do you,
Josh.
the hell?
do you have nipples?
Yeah.
All right, let's put them on.
No.
Josh, imagine this pen
Right.
is a nipple. So you'd put it over there, and then you would go north with this little
There you
V
go, yeah.
and it tightens around
Sure.
thusly.
That's right.
Does the weight or the sensation of the cinching, does it feel good to a woman?
Yeah, it's the sensation. And
Yeah.
a lot of women can actually become very aroused and excited from nipple play alone.
You
Sure,
could also,
sure.
But-
theoretically, you could put this on her ears
Right.
and then,
There you go.
lead her around.
Why not put the little earbuds in there so she can listen to her favorite song?
Oh, that'd be good.
But it's fun. It's fun and playful. If you want to like get into pleasure products and introduce something that's not intimidating, something like this is really fun, and it's visually stimulating for guys because we all know that you guys are very visual creatures. So
Now, would you recommend giving this with an explanation or letting her figure it out?
either way, you can give it to her, ask her to put it on, or she can even get it and
Because
surprise
I could see
you on
someone getting the
Valentine's
wrong
Day.
idea.
What,
You know,
what do
when,
you
I,
mean?
What
when
would-
I say fireman yank,
Oh, that would be.
There you go.
Yeah, they
The
might.
hoops are too little for that.
Yeah, it looks like it
I
wouldn't.
think that'd be too little.
Josh
the hoops are
Josh
too little.
weighs in, the authoritative.
Well, I love these things. I love.
Okay, now,
So that's called
Christy,
a chandelier,
Yes.
by the way.
Oh.
Yeah,
Now
it looks
this
like a
one-
chandelier.
Got to keep the room cold.
Now, since I know this is radio, you can't
Right.
see it. This one looks sort of like a can opener. It has a.
You mean a bottle opener?
excuse me, a bottle opener. Of course, yeah, that would be.
That's a can opener.
I was going to say you
might
can't.
be able to open her can with that.
Yeah, remember in the 50s they would call this
RDC?
a church key. That would be really inappropriate.
That is
with this thing.
inappropriate.
So with this is kind of you're gonna have to be pretty delicate here. It's got a hole in it. I would say about the size of a bottle cap.
Or a
Would
quarter.
you agree with that?
Yeah, $50.
Maybe a quarter. Okay, there you go.
Put your wiener in it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's what it's for.
But now,
then-
It's a couple's toy.
and again,
Oh.
it is very wow. It is pretty stretchy.
As you would
And
want
it's
it to be.
supposed to be nice and fitted,
And this
actually.
thing- now, is this a button here or is this a mirror? What's going on with that thing? Oh, here we go.
That's so you can watch
It's a
yourself.
mirror to see how you're
Hold the
How
button
you
down.
doing?
How am I
That's right.
doing?
Okay, now this is okay. It's
Yes.
on now. I'll put it by the microphone. This thing,
Oh, yeah, I already heard it. Yeah.
this thing is.
Ooh,
Oh, and it's
It's got 7 different
Hey,
What's
is that
nice?
new Pink Floyd music?
This is very, very tingly. Let me hang on a second. This is
so it has different settings to where the pulsing of the vibrations
Yeah,
change.
and the special thing about that product is he wears it, and the vibration is felt by the woman right where she needs it. I mean, we have 8,000 nerve endings
Yeah.
right
You know
on
what
the
this
pleasure
looks like?
button.
you know those guys that get the huge holes in their earlobes.
yeah.
Oh,
age.
yeah.
Yeah, gauge.
You know,
Yep,
the
exactly.
gauges. Looks like one of those.
Yeah.
That's attractive.
You could stick a broomstick through it.
So this is essentially the best of both worlds. Then.
It really is. It's a great starter toy. You were asking about how do you introduce toys into a relationship, and one of the things I suggest is get something that you use together at the same time.
So now, could a lady buy this for a gentleman?
Absolutely, and she gets pleasure out of it too. It's like you
Right.
said, the best of both worlds.
Now, you're the expert here, but I've always recommended, if you're going to introduce toys in the bedroom, to shop together.
That's another great thing to do. You can either go into the toy stores today, which are actually really nice and pretty, or online, nice
Right.
and private. Pick
Now-
something out for both of you, so that way it's kind of like a group fun.
Josh
play date.
took some time this week to pick this toy out, Sadie, because I know you have pretty much everything at Tickle
Yeah, let me
TickleKitty.com.
just lift this up here.
This is
There we go.
This is for the,
Now, do you recommend using this?
never gets old.
Make sure the room's ventilated before
That's
you
for the advanced
That's a 4-cycle.
eject button.
Now, we'll get back to this. TickleKitty.com is where Sadie has all of her stuff.
And
I
this-
want to go ahead.
In this day and age, are men still intimidated by this?
Not as much. I mean, half the customers at Tickle Kitty are men. And they're buying products for themselves and for their relationships because they realize that toys aren't going to replace you. They're really just to enhance the relationship once in a while for fun.
This can do a lot, but it can't put a roof over your head.
Right?
There you go. There's
Be
our
sure to
John.
tell her that a lot.
Great pickup line. Yeah.
Or him that a lot. Tell your partner that a lot.
Yeah.
You
Now,
know, and the-
Sadie,
yeah.
do you happen to know which toy is the one that, let me get this straight, that ladies would buy for the men offhand? You know, which is the one that, would it be the one we just saw?
It would probably be a vibrating ring like the
Okay,
Wave.
Okay. She is Dr. Sadie Allison, an expert on human sexuality and the proprietor or proprietress. I don't know which word. She's the head honcho. Or is it honcho?
Honcho.
Is it
Like
honcho?
I dig that.
Is it honcho? I have
I
no
like
idea.
that.
I flunked
I'll take
high
that.
school Spanish. The point being, she has this place where you can buy all these vibrating and tickling and squeezing, penetrating devices that are in this bag right next to me, known as the
My Valentine Kit.
My Valentine Kit, available from TickleKitty.com. And we have quite an array of devices here. And this one looks kind of like a dolphin emerging from the sea, except it has a rather graphically sculpted.
Head on it?
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry to be so
Thanks,
blunt.
Christy.
No, it's great.
Don't use the word blunt. The point is, this one is a deep purple.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
Medical grade silicone. So
medical grade. Okay.
so body safe for women. The
Is
toys
it the
today.
same as the teal one, or is that a different?
It's
one?
very
It's got
similar.
it's got a separate. It's got a different looking
Yeah.
glands.
Oh.
It's in the same
Yeah.
family.
Oh, I
That's-
see. One is as you say, teal, and one is a deep purple. The purple one is sort of more anatomically
And-
sculpted. if
And
you
it
will.
does something special too, just like the G. So
okay.
hit
I
the
have a
first
guess. I have a
button.
guess.
Wait a second. Okay, hang on a second.
So the teal one goes like this.
The
I'm
come
gonna guess the
hither.
purple
No.
one
Come
when you
hither,
say
Fiji.
like this, you mean what, Josh?
come
Come hither.
Come hither.
Okay, no.
Grafenberg
with
stimulation.
2 fingers.
Okay, so let me try to describe that. If you take your hand and stick
Oh, my
2 fingers
goodness.
out, well, Christy, when he says it goes like this on the radio,
No, I realized that wasn't
Christy didn't
good.
say anything.
I gave him a look. I'm kidding.
so take your fingertips and sort of bring them toward
That's
your.
right.
Right.
That's what this one does. Now this one does something else. Josh, you want to guess?
I'm gonna say it rotates just like this.
Good
Okay,
guess.
This is really helpful. If you're blind and listening to the show, you're welcome. Okay, Sadie. So what
hit
do
the
I
first
press?
button. The first one turns it
hit
on.
the second button and
First button.
oh, that one.
Yeah.
That turns it on.
Okay, then I hit this button down here.
God.
I was
in and
way
out.
wrong.
You were wrong.
I was way wrong. It jackhammers.
Yeah, that's
Look at Christy's face.
yeah, that is.
Yeah, jackhammers in and out or up and down, however
Oh
you.
my goodness.
The term jackhammer really.
It's kind of
No,
cute.
It's too gentle.
I guess it's correct. It
Yeah,
just, it
yeah,
just
it's-
sounds like it's going to do some damage.
Right, it's more gentle than a jackhammer.
we call it
surely.
the self-thrusting rabbit.
Oh,
That gives it a certain dignity, doesn't it? sounds like a new dance.
The self-thrusting rabbit.
Do the self-thrusting rabbit. Okay, so this is this dishwasher safe or no?
That one, no, but it is
Okay.
waterproof
Okay.
for shower
Oh, I
play.
see, because there's a plug at the bottom of this. What happens if you
Rechargeable.
press this thing at the bottom?
That turns on the tickler.
Oh,
or the
okay.
little
Oh, there's
pleasure button.
I see. Oh, there's a lot happening
So these
here.
are like the modern rabbit toys of today.
Okay.
put that against your forehead and let it kind of punch you in the forehead.
Yeah, let me get that for my wallpaper. Can you do that?
It actually goes in different speeds too. So
boy.
It does?
yeah, just keep pushing that middle button and it should go faster and slower. And there's
Okay.
7 vibrations in the tickler.
They should call it.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute. That's too quick. This thing's going to turn itself.
Well, let's say you have to have curve.
This is going to turn itself off in about 5 seconds. Okay, there we go.
It is
Very nice.
that
anatomically-
rabbit thing. It
So this
looks
can do
like
2 things at the same time,
fingernails.
which
That's
is,
right.
and human beings cannot.
It should be called the Peter rabbit because it looks like a Peter and it's got a rabbit on it.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
That's very punny.
That's very good, Josh.
It's a bunny.
Grace has joined us in the studio.
Hi.
For some reason, I don't know why, the ladies who work here have all been attracted to this room.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
And you put it
sorry.
in my favorite color.
Purple?
Purple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Deep
All right.
purple is beautiful.
Very nice. Very
yeah,
nice.
California Exotics makes some really nice products these days. And these modern rabbits are unlike traditional ones with battery operated, weird rubber. Nowadays, there's such a plethora of toys that people shouldn't be intimidated to bring something into the bedroom and try something new. Especially for Valentine's Day, it's all about a new sensation. And you don't have to go overboard because, there's so much pressure
But
for
there's-
the expensive dinners and things, and you don't have to
You
do
could
that.
present this at an expensive restaurant.
Oh yeah.
Because you know what
That's a
happens?
Great idea.
The minute she unwraps it, all of a sudden the nosy waiter walks up. Everything okay? Oh, look at that.
Why is the
Going
waiter
home for
creepy
dessert.
all of a sudden?
The guy that always comes up right when you're halfway through the bite. How is everything?
Yeah, always.
So what do you think of? So giving this to a woman, wouldn't it be a little awkward? What is the? Do you write like a poem?
Well, it
in a
depends on
card?
how long you've been together. But if you've been in a relationship for a long time,
In
sometimes
this case, it looks like it's about you've been in the relationship for about 12 inches.
sometimes I suggest leaving it something on the pillow for her and something that you can use together. And I have this new blog. It's called the Tickle Kitty blog with free sex advice, relationship tips, and I have 5-minute erotica stories.
Oh.
So I always suggest go there, find one you like, and print it out, and leave it on her pillow on Valentine's Day and read it out loud together.
Oh.
And what that'll do is, even if it just creates some laughs and silliness, that's what it's all about, is to get out of your norm, do something different, and have fun.
Good.
Do a little bedside reading.
A fireside chat.
Does this thing have a
players?
built-in light? So you can,
Chick, have you ever written an erotic story for?
No.
oh, you
No.
know.
Oh, here
You'd
we
be
go.
good at that.
But
My father did. Yes, that's right.
Oh, is that
Really?
true. Yeah,
that
he's
is
talked,
honestly that is not why I asked you that
he's
question.
talked about that many times.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
That's really interesting.
I wish I had. I don't know. They've gotten lost over the years. But no.
Yeah.
That would be kind of weird.
Doing that? Writing a story?
No. Reading one that your dad wrote. Maybe a little, depending on how personal it gets, could be really something you wouldn't want to leaf through, I'm guessing. We live in a world now where people do selfies of everything.
Yeah.
And if you put it out there, it's going to get out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any pictures you've taken that no one's ever seen?
Well, I have a lot of pictures no one's ever seen, but they're not bad. I
You
would
haven't
never.
seen them because they're not good? I mean,
Well, I mean, they're not. I'm not taking pictures of my
Two boobs?
Like,
Yeah.
I've never done that. And as a matter of
I
fact,
wasn't
one
going there.
boob.
I wasn't going
I'm
to
not
the
doing
realm of
that.
sexuality. I meant something.
Oh.
when I finished Tickle His Pickle, one of my books, I
You know
I
something?
was approached-
It's just real quick. You think of the number of writers who would never have said that. Chuck.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you're not
Here
going
we
to
are
see
with Jonathan Franzen.
Mr. Friends and your latest novel, Tickle My Pickle.
I was actually talking to Playboy magazine, and they offered me a 6-page photo shoot and story all about Tickle Kitty and my books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought long and hard on whether I wanted to do that or not, because I knew once it got out there, I'd never be able to take it off the internet, and I walked away from that.
No kidding.
And I had always wanted to be in Playboy since I was in high school. It was
Yeah.
just like, yeah.
I don't know. If it were Playboy, I feel like it'd be different. Like if it was in a professional setting, I feel like boudoir shoots and that kind of thing. I think that's really sweet. If you gift, I had a girlfriend who took a boudoir shoot and gave it to her husband as a gift. I think that's really sweet. But
It would have been sweeter if it
Until
was
they
her
get
sister.
divorced.
Yeah, babe, I can see this anytime I want. How about
Yeah, it was a tough.
Yeah,
It was a
would
tough
have been
call.
weird if it had been her
was-
mom.
yeah,
Well,
That
but
would
you're
have
a
been-
mother, too. so
Right, I
that's
wouldn't be
kinda
wanting
like-
to see the pictures
right.
now on
Yeah.
the internet with
Yeah.
daughters.
Gotcha.
But man, that was a hard decision.
And what
Sometimes-
happens when your friend gets divorced? Where do those
well,
pictures
knock on
go?
wood, they don't. But
Well, I'm telling you.
well, it was a professional photographer, and
Oh, I know.
they're No, I'm gonna shut up.
No. I mean,
No,
that,
Grace,
that
I'm
is a
not-
legitimate thing.
No,
Yeah,
it
that
is
happens in
legitimate.
our
A lot of-
culture. And I'm sorry, could we get back to the book?
I know
my
quite a few women who do that.
feathery tickle.
No, Tickle My Pickle,
Tickle
yeah.
Oh, Tickle My Pickle.
Tickle his pickle.
God, that would be so funny to have one of those serious book things on PBS. We're joined by the distinguished writer Jay McInerney. Jay, this is your new book on wine. I understand you're working on, is it a food book, Tickle My Pickle?
It's shortlisted
no,
for the
it's, that's,
Booker
oh dear.
Prize.
Oh dear.
Different author for
It'd
that
be
one.
the Pulitzer. Dr. Sadie Allison, an expert on human sexuality. And she brought a little kit with her, if you will, an array of erotic devices that can touch you with a little, little
keep it
something
up
like a
special.
normal person.
This is going well.
It's the My Valentine's
It's
kit.
a-
Doing great. Keep going, man.
There's
Yeah.
uncomfortableness
Let him
about
go.
talking about pleasure.
No,
It's
I mean,
so funny.
What do you call like, for example, you have a pride of lions,
Right.
right? You want to give me another example?
Pod of whales.
A pod of whales. A cram of dildos. What do you call a?
I think you need more than one.
Well, I look at
Why
this.
wouldn't you?
Yeah, this is from the kit. What's this called?
The
again?
My Valentine kit.
My Valentine kit.
Everybody needs to check this kit out.
She'll take this
There's
seriously.
some good stuff in it.
It's a variety of
It's got
sensations.
stuff for men and women. It's at ticklekitty.com. I am currently holding. This does look like a little rabbit.
It looks like a
rabbit-headed robot from space.
Looks like a futuristic Lego person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you need
That's cute.
like a vent. Here, I'll put it in the microphone. Oh, there you go. It should have a much higher. It should be. Yeah.
No.
Those are the old
Oh my
kind.
God! I just.
It's very
okay,
strong,
wait a
very
minute.
That
powerful.
does look powerful.
Very
Yeah.
powerful.
Hang on, I can barely hold on to it now.
The whole point of the new
Oh.
stuff is so it's subtle, correct?
Subtle and powerful.
Yeah.
They're very low.
Let
to very
Christy,
high.
hold
But
that
those,
one.
That's the tiny
Yeah.
teaser bunny and those little ears you
Christy?
can use all over.
Okay, this is a little pink guy, and you describe it as you turn it on, Christy. Christy Lee's now holding it up to the microphone. Hold the button
Did
in.
you break it?
You know, it looks like a
Hold it in.
miniature, a very miniature magic
Oh.
wand with
Okay.
rabbit ears.
Oh, my.
It is. It's a mini wand. Wands are one of the most
Ooh.
popular categories.
Yeah, see what I mean? Yeah, then it
You
gets
don't
going
even
really.
need the top bar. You can just hold on to the handle.
Huh.
Yeah.
Christy's
okay.
eyes lit up a
Put,
little
put
bit.
the bunny ears on the tip of your nose there. Let's see. Could you see how that would be effective? Whoa.
Yeah.
Josh,
Very
why don't you
powerful.
place it in the chair and sit on it.
I don't want to break it or lose it.
Don't want you to have any disturbing